Hello, everyone. This is Mayat Van Nydert. I am a Pinterest expert. And in this video, I'm going to tell you guys very quickly and very simply how to get started with Pinterest. I know a lot of you guys are, you know it can do something for you, but you're not really sure how to use it. So that's what we're going to clarify. So this will just be a very quick, basic video. Now we are in the back end, the newsfeed of my one of my blog sites, one of my websites, Pinterest feeds. And we're using this one because this particular profile has about 30,000 followers, so it's a good one to use. So the way Pinterest works is it basically works like a visual search engine. They say it's social media, but it's not really. It's more like a search engine. So people type in what they're looking for up in this bar, and then they can go ahead and get, like, let's say we type in this, they can go ahead and get different answers to that query. These are called pins. So the different answers, which are these particular things here, these are called pins. And basically all they are is a visual representation of where clicking on it will take you. So people decide this based on what the title says. So this one says, this, so maybe that's what they want to click on. Whatever resonates with them is the one that they're going to click on. They also might look at your description like this one and choose to click on it that way. So that's basically what pins are. It's basically a visual representation and a way for people to be taken from Pinterest to your website. Now, the way that you save pins, or the way you share pins, is you click save. And then what comes up are a bunch of boards. And you can go ahead and save them on any of these boards. So these are my boards, ones that I own and ones that I contribute to. And I can go ahead and just share it by clicking the save button and then saving it on any board that I want to. So in a nutshell, that's basically how you are sharing your own content, is you're sharing the pins on different boards. So this is also called the news feed. And anytime somebody opens up Pinterest, what they see is this page, which shows them different pins or different topics that might be relevant to them. The idea is that you want to go ahead and get your content, your own content, in the feeds of as many people as possible. In a very basic way, that's what you're doing with Pinterest. Now, you also probably have heard that you should share other people's pins. So for example, this particular pin does not lead to any of my content, so I can share that. And I do that by, again, clicking the save button and then sharing it on any board that I want to. And that's a good idea to do that because it will help keep your profile relevant to users. So as you share other people's content, other people will see the boards that you pinned it onto, and they'll see your profile. So over here is your profile. That's how you get to your profile. And this is my profile for this particular website. You can see here I have almost 30,000 followers. And this is where all of my boards live. So I made some of these boards and then I just contribute to guest boards. But guest boards also show up on your profile. You don't own them, but you can share onto them. So these are all my boards. And this is basically where your content can live in a very segmented way. So you can see all these boards are topical. So I only pin articles that are topical to that particular board. So in this one, for example, I only pin gardening stuff. On this one, I only pin stuff about homesteading. On this one, I only pin stuff about chickens. That's a way for you to attract viewers, attract followers who might be interested in those particular topics. So what they can do is, let's say they end up on this board and they like it, they can go ahead and follow it, and then they'll be following you. There's usually a follow button here. There's not going to be one here because I own this board, obviously. So we're back at my profile. Now, the next question you guys tend to have is, what are group boards? So group boards are Pinterest boards that are owned by somebody but contributed to by many people. So you can start your own group boards, or you can go ahead and contribute to other people's group boards. For now, just worry about the fact that group boards exist, and that's what they are. We can talk later on about how to get on group boards, but for now, I don't want to overwhelm you with information, so just understand that they exist. The way that you know whether a board is a group board or not is by this designation. Right here, you see this circle right here? That tells you it's a group board. See how this one doesn't have that circle? Then it's not a group board, okay? So that's how you tell if a board is a group board or not. Group boards are good because you can get your content in front of new people. So whenever somebody pins on this board, I actually own this group board, but whenever somebody else pins content on it, they get into their article gets into the news feeds of my followers, and then into the news feeds of the other people who pin to this board. You can see that there's 4 other people who do pin on this board. So you can see from there how it's pretty advantageous. So that is basically how you use Pinterest. We talked about pins, what pins are and how to share them. And then we talked about boards, what they are and how to use them. And then we talked about group boards, what they are and how to use them and why they're important. So if you have any other questions, please definitely go ahead and ask them. But for now, go ahead and use the information in this video to start playing with Pinterest, get used to it, and get comfortable with this information. And then you can go ahead and take the next step after this, okay? Thanks for watching this. If you have any questions, please go ahead and you can find me on my website at teammaat.com.